folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Frozen Ship. It's important to stress that what you're looking at here is a preview build of the game, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change. On the bottom right, it says it's a pre-alpha, and while I do have a full key, all I have access to right now is this current build. A lot of things are locked out. There's a lot of different difficulty modes, for example. You can even customize your own difficulty settings, but that was locked out. There's different modes, but I only had access to the one. There's different scenarios, but I only had access to the one. You get the idea. So very limited selection. I would have liked to have seen what custom difficulties there were. As far as the conditions are concerned, you can choose between having no devices, a standard compass, or electronic compasses. And this is important because you've got this giant ship that's going to be moving and you're going to be going outside getting resources. So trying to find your way back may be challenging if you don't have the proper equipment to get to find your ship again. So there's that. There's that. And you can also choose your starting character. And it looks like each character has a different ability or two. Like Oliver has lower construction costs. Alice is a doctor and provides treatment and different things like that. So your day, there is time in this game, and it's going to elapse. And during the day, you're going to assign workers to different parts of, to produce different things. So you can assign workers to get wood, raw food, fabric. Then you can assign them to the kitchen or a workshop to produce things. So there's like a little bit of Frostpunk going on here in the sense that you've got this community, but it's inside a ship. And you're going to be assigning these people to various tasks in order to produce different things. So it's got a little bit of Frostpunk in it. There's an inventory management side to this. There's a hope meter. Again, similar to Frostpunk. So you're trying to keep your people happy by constructing new buildings and making sure they're well fed. And like I said, the inventory management, there's like a warehouse, and you're going to be going out, getting things, and then coming back and dropping off, these equipment. So, and you also be crafting different, axes and different tools to help you along. For example, the first thing the game had me craft was an axe, and then I went outside, and it sort of treats like time in this game is like it fast forwards when you're doing something. So if you've played like The Long Dark where you're gathering snow, or you want to break apart this thing, it might take you 20 minutes and then it fast forwards, and you can actually physically see your ship moving faster when you're doing this. So time does pass more quickly. As you're exploring the open world, you'll come across like these abandoned locations. This is a post-apocalyptic kind of thing. And if you've played The Long Dark, you'll kind of feel at home here with the graphics. I feel like the developers for this game played both The Long Dark and Frostpunk and decided, let's make a game where the graphics are similar to The Long Dark and you're going out and getting things, and the interface and interacting with things are similar. But we also want to make a thriving community. Let's play The Long Dark. Let's make a game about The Long Dark, but let's also add a community inside this moving vehicle that you have to manage. So I feel like that's the inspiration the developers took when doing these things. So most of my time was spent, going to different locations, exploring. There was no world map. When I came back from my expedition, you can come and go at will. You can go inside your ship, come back out, go outside. You can keep going back and forth. But the problem is that time passes when you do that, and there's also a cold meter that your character has, so you do have to come back in at some point to warm up. But like I said, you're going to be using the resources that you gather in order to construct new things inside your ship. You can improve them. There's research as well. You'll be assigning people to research. You can assign, or you can research better dishes. There's a variety of different things that you can research. So, but again, this is just a demo / pre-alpha version. I didn't go too much into this. I typically don't spend a lot of time with these because A, my save file doesn't carry over, and B, developers change things all the time, and by the time the game does release, there may be a lot of different things happening, so, who knows. So this is just a preview look a preview build, and it's just a quick look at the game as a result. So if this at all interests you, then by all means add it to your wish list, I guess. And then when the demo does release or whatever, then by all means check it out. But like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely could stand to be improved. I don't speak Russian, for example, so I have no idea what this says. So yeah, this is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.